You have been standing here for 11 minutes, watching, waiting. You have already Googled baby grunting all night 3 times this week. Gas, reflux, colic, pain. Every answer is worse than the last. Every instinct is telling you to pick her up, to do something. But here's the thing. Look at that face. That baby is not in distress. That baby is not calling for you. That baby is doing something extraordinary. Something most parents never understand. Every single movement, every grunt, every thrash is her brain running the most important program it will ever run. And to understand why, we need to go inside. When your baby falls asleep, they do not go still. Not even close. Their sleep is split into 2 completely different states, and one of them is anything but quiet. Quiet sleep and active sleep. Think of it like 2 gears in the same engine. During active sleep, your baby's brain is fully switched on, running at maximum capacity. It is sending signals down every pathway, testing every circuit, mapping every single limb. Think of it like a computer running a full system update overnight. The twitches, the grunts, the kicks. Those are the program running, not errors, not alarms. The brain is confirming, arm connected, fingers responding, leg working. If this is happening in your house right now, drop a comment below. You are not alone in this. Developmental experts note that newborns spend nearly half of every sleep in this active building state. An adult spends roughly 20% of sleep in this active state. A newborn, closer to 50, and their sleep cycles run every 45 to 60 minutes, which means you will hear this all night, every hour, every single night. It is not getting worse, it is exactly on schedule. But here is what most parents have never been told, and it changes everything. When adults enter active sleep, the brain sends a signal that switches the muscles off. Stillness, silence. In a newborn, that off switch has not been installed yet. It is still being built. So the brain fires, and the body responds. Every grunt, every kick, every thrash, it is the growth engine, running at full power. In the dark, while you watch, the brain sends a signal. The limb responds. The brain logs the response, then does it again. Thousands of repetitions a night, building the map of her own body, entirely in her sleep. If learning the biology behind your baby is bringing you peace of mind tonight, subscribe to the channel. So let's talk about the advice you've probably already received. Because some of it is wrong. Someone told you it was gas. Someone told you it was reflux. Someone told you to try a different formula. And none of it helped. Because none of it was the real explanation. This is often simplified in the doctor's office. There simply is not enough time to explain the full picture. The grunting and thrashing during sleep, in the vast majority of healthy babies, is not a symptom. It is a feature. It is not something to fix. In many cases, it is evidence that the growth engine is working exactly as it should. The movement you are witnessing is the brain telling the body, I know you are there. I am building you. The louder the grunt, the harder the kick, the harder the growth engine is working. But there is one more thing you need to understand, and this part is important, because there is something that many well-meaning parents do that actually makes the nights harder, without realizing it, every single night. So here is the moment, the one that happens in almost every home, every single night. The baby grunts. You go in, you pick her up, you rock her. The noise stops. You feel like you helped. But something else just happened. Your baby was 30 seconds from bridging into her next deep sleep cycle, entirely on her own. When you go in at that exact moment, you interrupt the cycle. The brain resets and starts again, not because you did something wrong, but because the intervention itself became the signal. The brain began expecting you, every 45 minutes, on schedule, like clockwork. This is not a parenting failure. It is one of the most common cycles in early parenthood. Many parents who study infant development find that simply waiting just a few extra moments changes everything. When the cycle completes uninterrupted, the brain bridges into deep sleep. Quiet, still, done. The practice is simple, and it is hard. You hear the grunt. You wait. You watch, and very often, within 60 seconds, the movement simply stops by itself. You did not fix it. You trusted it. And that is a completely different thing. The grunts will still come, every 45 minutes, every night, for several more weeks. But now you know what they mean. And that changes everything about how they feel. But before we close tonight, there's something you need to hear. Now, before anything else, a word about when to trust this and when to call your doctor. You know your baby best. If something ever feels medically wrong, never hesitate to call your doctor. If you see labored breathing, blue lips, a pause in breathing longer than 10 seconds, or grunting with every single breath, that is your call to make. But if your baby is healthy, well-fed, and simply doing this, take a breath. This is just the biology of development. Every grunt you have heard this week, every thrash, every kick in the dark, was your baby building herself, one cycle at a time, while you watched, and worried, and loved her. You did not sleep through it. You did not ignore it. You showed up every single time. That is not anxiety. That is attunement. And your baby felt every single second of it. The noise that kept you awake every night this week was the growth engine running at full capacity. You were not failing her. You were never failing her. It feels like chaos, but it is actually developmental perfection. Your baby is not broken. You are not broken. The growth engine was running exactly as it was designed to run, all night, every night, while you kept watch. The growth engine will wind down. The grunting will ease. The nights will become quieter. Until then, you are exactly where your baby needs you to be, right there, watching. So the next time you hear it, at 3 a.m. in the dark, you will know exactly what it is, the growth engine, running its program, building your baby. One grunt at a time, and you, standing watch in the dark, were not failing. You were learning her language. That is what parenting at 3 a.m. actually is. Not panic, not failure. Biology. If tonight helped you understand even one thing, then the night was worth it. Take a breath. You are handling this exactly right. And subscribe if you want more peace of mind. We decode these tiny human behaviors every single week, because understanding them changes everything. You stayed up, you watched, you learned something new tonight. That makes you a good parent. The growth engine is running, right now, in the quiet, doing its job. But now, here is the one that sends parents into a genuine spiral. You are standing in the shower, and you hear your baby crying. Clearly, loudly. You run out, dripping, and check. The baby is sound asleep. And you think, am I losing my mind? Take a deep breath and subscribe if tonight helped. Next up, the biology behind that phantom cry is genuinely unexpected. Click this video on the screen right now to find out. The night is done. The engine ran perfectly, and so did you.